Hey guys, how you doing? Austin here. Well, we've got a good one here. Shytoshi has spoken. He has put out a new Medium update. I will drop a link to this article, this piece of content that I'm about to go through for you down below in the description. You can click on it and read it at your own pace. I'm going to be covering it pretty quickly. There is a ton here, guys, and there is some amazing stuff, and I'm not exaggerating here, okay? He talks about all the FUD. He talks about the Robinhood situation and scammers and just a whole bunch here. Okay, so here we go. He basically starts off by quoting Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Basically, if you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you'll succumb in every battle. All right, I've highlighted some stuff, and I'm gonna go through and read and pick out some things, but I want you guys to come and read this yourself. There is a ton here. This is a really long piece of content. Okay. So basically he's talking right here about how FUD, and there's just a tremendous amount of FUD out there related to Shiba Inu, and he's dealing with it directly. Okay. He basically understands that people still think that we are a meme, but yet we are a meme coin, but yet we are not. Okay, and because we have long-term goals, I love that, and have put into play one of the most comprehensive, truly decentralized plans in crypto existence. So I love that he's going straight at it. And here's the other thing I'll say. I got to give Shytoshi 100% props, and just this is one of the best things that he's ever written and that he's ever put out there. And it shows you the strategic vision that he has and that they have, and how they're executing, and how they're diplomatically dealing with all of this stuff coming at them. Okay, so again, I just want to say that. So this place top 10, being a top 10 crypto, requires a certain level of responsibility and transparency that we attempt to provide, while still offering heart-to-heart conversations. Despite all things, we still fight an incredible amount of FUD. Okay, so right here is some FUD that we talked about. The reality is everyone in SHIB or watching SHIB has their own wish for what happens next to us a token or to you as a holder. Some scammers want to hack you and take your tokens. Some people want to scare you and cause you to dump so that they can quietly amass more. Some want to short the token. Some just want to talk smack on Twitter because they're actually jealous of a multi-million% rise. Okay, but we are stronger than the FUD they've thrown at us, which is why we hold steady and waiting for new catalysts to take us to the next level. I love that he addresses the word catalyst in that and talks directly to that it's catalyst that what we need and things of that nature. Okay, so the biggest FUD that they've been dealing with is the supply of SHIB. Okay, so he's dealing with this right here, the CoinMarketCap thing, the supply deal. Okay. So, and by the way, below, there's a whole audit trail of every single thing. You're going to love this, guys. Read this document, please. Okay, there is so much here. The supply of SHIB was designed to remain static and not burn. There is no inherent burn mechanism such as you'd find in other reflection tokens. While for some this may seem to be a disadvantage, it instead gives the option to burn tokens using utility. Example utility burns are listed below. So, during the month of meteoric rise, the amount of SHIB in circulation changed dramatically due to several factors. I can speak for no one else except no one thing, that being that everyone bought their tokens from retail outlets, i.e. exchanges, okay, COINBASE, crypto, etc. Okay, for each exchange, the authority on the amount of tokens has in circulation is CoinMarketCap, which is owned by Binance. Okay, we have seen errors take place on CoinMarketCap's website, including putting the wrong contract address, essentially adding another token to ours. Luckily, our incredible defense brief handled the situation and mitigated the issue before it got out of hand. He said he didn't even know that was something because obviously his defense brief just dealt with it. With this more recent switch, during one of our best bull runs, we were completely caught off guard. This was by the CoinMarketCap changing the circulation number, okay? We, meaning Shiba Inu, we were then given different reasons to why this change took place, meaning CoinMarketCap kept giving them different reasons. A surprise to us here because, as mentioned earlier, they are the authority of supply and price for almost the entire industry. He's talking about CoinMarketCap being they're the ones who give out the supply numbers. Okay, so he says we expected to get a heads up before this change. They meaning Shiba Inu received no communication. After the change, we expected to receive an official communication from CoinMarketCap that they've got nothing except something for customer service saying it was a glitch. API change. We fixed it. Okay. He says, I expected better from CMC CoinMarketCap, but I stand corrected. We will win by becoming a top 3 token. Instead, we can use this time to graciously request communication from the Binance CMC team about what happened because we want to know and we expect a response. Okay, so he says we understand it may be that they cannot answer us currently, and I'd like to explain why. This will also dispel the FUD. Before I do, he requested a deep dive into circulating tokens, and the breeds did a good job coming up with an exact total. Again, we'd like to have this validated with the help of CMC, but that may not be possible. I'll add that supply down at the end of the deal. All right, so that's about the CoinMarketCap stuff. Now we're moving on to Robinhood. Guys, this is very interesting. Please listen to this because there was some stuff in here that I didn't know, and there was some stuff taken out of context. So listen to this. Okay, so, all right. It's downright silly to think that Robinhood wouldn't list SHIB like the wallet FUD. I'm coming to that, okay? And this FUD out of context. Let's look at what was reported by Fortune and then examine the larger picture. This is a quote from the COO of Robinhood. I even talked about this in a video. Our strategy is a little bit different than a lot of the other players out there. Who are just racing to list as many assets as possible. So the COO of Robinhood said that. She also said, we think that short-term gain we might get is not worth the long-term trade-off for our users. Okay, I did a video on this, okay? All right, now, moving forward. He said that she did say this, but it's not the entire quote. This is taken from from the Fortune article. Okay, when we dig a bit into the entire quote in the entire article, he's saying that it could be actually a shot at Coinbase, that Robinhood was taking a shot at Coinbase. I'm going to give you my only opinion. This is Shytoshi's opinion on why Miss Brown, the COO of Robinhood, took this shot at Coinbase. Let's look at the entire quote, shall we? It was written by the place so this is the entire quote from the COO of Robinhood. The first thing is that we're not going to talk about it. She said, basically Brown said about decision to list perfect assets. More importantly, the company isn't following the route of Coinbase, whose CEO Brian has vowed to become, quote, the Amazon of assets, and, quote, list every asset that's legal. Brown appeared to take a shot at Coinbase in her response about SHIB here. Okay, interesting. This is again another quote from the COO of Robinhood. I also think that our strategy is a little bit different, but different than a lot of the other players out there who are just racing to list as many assets as possible right now. Quote, we think that short-term gain we might not get is worth a long-term trade-off for our users. Brown reiterated that Robinhood is a safety-first company. But here's and added, we want to make sure that we're working and assessing everything from a regulatory perspective as well. This line right here, guys, was left out of the article, the original Fortune article, and thus was left out of all of the other articles that propagated onto the web. I didn't know about this quote because it was left out of the content that I had access to. So Shytoshi is saying we want to make sure they're working and assessing everything from a regulatory perspective as well. Okay. So he says, look, that line was left out, which infuriated Shytoshi and me to an extent as well. We want to make sure. And right here, so if you were Robinhood and you were assessing everything from a regulatory perspective because you know AMC and all the other stuff, the SEC, what's one of the main things you need to make sure 100% is correct? Ding, 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 supply. It brings us fully back to the CoinMarketCap supply thing, okay? So if CoinMarketCap had it wrong, then they better get it right, all caps. Moreover, they can't discuss this if anything or anything influences their decision to list us, meaning Robinhood can't discuss it. That's all part of the process of the cone of silence. Now we go reread, quote again, with this new perspective. So if you reread the quote from Robinhood, it says, hey, first, we can't talk about it because it's a cone of silence, SEC, all that kind of stuff. Secondly, our Robinhood's strategy is different than Coinbase's strategy. Third, Robin have to be careful to protect the interest of our users because they are under a lot of magnifying glasses by the SEC and everybody else. Robinhood is. Makes sense, okay? Okay, I love this. This is amazing. This is a great clarification. Note that right after the circulation change, listen to this. This is about Kraken. That right after the circulation change, another exchange in the U.S. began discussing listing SHIB. Kraken. He says, and please hear, Kraken has been really nice and good to us on the team. They reached out and are still working on listing SHIB, so lay off with the one-star reviews. But this also proves the same thing, that when working through the regulatory red tape of the United States, it's important to, quote, well, not quote, but access everything from a regulatory perspective, because if you don't, the short-term gains might not be worth the long-term trade-off, i.e. token rugs, pull, blah, blah. Not that they're saying Shiba Inu is a token rug pull, but they're saying it comes back to this circulation issue. So CoinMarketCap has to get their act together and do more. And guys, we may not, they may not, okay? Just, again, okay. But you might say Coinbase listed Shiba with no problem. Okay, and I say that's why Miss Brown took a dig at them, saying they won't rush it. Robinhood won't rush it, and they shouldn't, but I'm sure they will find that we Shiba Inu are exactly what we said. We are nothing more. Okay, so you see how this is kind of playing out. All right, continuing on here, guys. I know this is a long video, but hey, we got to do this. So the other thing he wants to talk about is the wallet FUD, and right here. But if you might say, but the entire supply is controlled by like 8 people. Okay, I love this because I hear this all the time. So CoinMarketCap has an unfortunate issue by they put on their page the top 10 wallets hold 80% of the supply. Now wait, is this true? But wait, and the number one wallet is 41% of the supply. Okay? He said, look, that's a burn wallet. So 41% is the burn wallet. It's where they burned the initial supply. No one has the keys. VB himself burned Vitalik Buterin burned billions of dollars into SHIB to the wallet. Moreover, most of the other wallets are exchanges. Okay, so those other big wallets out there, guys, are exchanges. And even liquidity as a result of VB's donation, Wintermule. We can clearly see this when we look at the SHIB top wallets on Etherscan, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. There's a screenshot. I got to keep moving. You can read this and look at this at your own leisure. Okay, Super Diamond Hands. I love this. Remember when that guy that put $8,000 in and we're now worth like $5 billion? He's talking about this. Recently, he's talking about how that wallet split their holdings to multiple locations because of this action, not just straight dumping on all of us. I personally believe that this would be a smart investor who's waiting for the right time to cash out at a small amount of their holdings are no different than other holder out there, okay? Otherwise, they would have dumped a long time ago. Good stuff, right? All right. This is funny. By the way, if that's your wallet, he says you can send gifts his way. He's kidding, of course. Okay, this is something talking about the dog park versus Shiba Inu. All it's really talking about here is that because Shiba Inu is getting so big, that there are people out there claiming to be part of the official ecosystem, which is not true, or they've talked to Shytoshi. So he's created this thing called the dog park that delineates between a token or business outside of our core, but still part of our larger ecosystem. We call this place the dog park. That's pretty cool. All right. Let me see. They are reorganizing. They got Shibarium. They got Shiba Swap and Shiba Swap 2.0 coming. Let me see else. They're giving some shout outs here to some people that are doing some burn stuff. This is talking about scammers. Guys, I'm running out of time. I don't want this to be too long. I'm going to, again, drop a link to this. These are things you don't want to fall for right here. And I'm going to end right down here, guys. Look, this right here is awesome, okay? Right here, token calculation according to SHIB research. This is every single step. That's what happened. Every wallet, everything is all listed here. All this kind of stuff. This is amazing. So this should dispel the FUD about everything going on. This is from their own internal research showing circulation, everything right there. See, look, total and circulation, they came up with 590. Okay, less 44 T above if counted. So their number, oh, sorry, I apologize. Their number is 546. CMC has 549. Okay, so again, CMC has the right number now. Now we have the right number, hopefully. And again, with this document, looks like we're good. All right, guys, so I'm going to drop a link to this. Again, this video has gone a lot longer than I wanted to, but I knew it was going to be a long one. So this is amazing content. I love this. I'm ecstatic. On this. This is just puts a smile on my face. It dealt with everything straightforward. This is good stuff, man. All right. Link to this is below. As always, I'll see you later. Hey, if you want my Patreon, check it out. Links in the description below too. If you want to be part of an inner circle, part of some cool stuff going on over there, check it out. I'll see you later. See you. Bye.